All you need for this project is just some curtains that you don't need anymore, a little batting, a few pins, scissors, and off you go. Hey y'all, thanks for clicking on my channel. Today, I've got a couple of little projects. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do today, but for starters, I'm going to take this curtain. Now, I had thrifted this a good while, well, not too long ago, and I had them up, but I bought some sheer ones to let in more light, so I've changed them out. So I'm going to use these today, and I'm going to use it because it's got this ruffle right here. So let me show you what I got. All right, so I folded this in half, and the way I got that measurement, oh, and by the way, I'm making pillowcases. I guess I should have told you that. I measured that out, and it came to be about, and I measured it starting from the ruffle, since I'm going to have a ruffle. This one has a slight ruffle all the way down, so I've measured that out, and it comes out to 8, well, it comes out to 19. But what I'm going to do is going to give a 1/2 inch for seam allowance. So I'm going to spread this out on there. And I'm going to get 2 of these cut out. Now, when I get these cut out, this is plain and simple. If you're a beginner on sewing and stuff, this is the perfect thing for you to learn how to do. It's only 2 seams. Now, you can do it on a zigzag. You do it straight stitch. If you don't have a serging machine, do a straight stitch and then go back and zigzag it to smooth out those rough edges. But I'm just going to cut along through here. Now this is where the curtain rod was, and I am going to just cut right through here, cut that off, and then I will just have 2 pieces. And all I've got to do, since this is on the fold, is just sew it right here and right here. Now what I got it is pinned up through here, so it won't move when I cut it, and it's face to face, right sides to right sides, and that's where you're going to sew it, okay? Okay, so I've got both of them cut out, and here's the second one. So, but what I'm going to tell you is when you start, make sure you start at the top, because that's the part you're going to see at the bedside. You're not really going to see that side. I mean, you will see it, but what I'm saying is make sure these line up right here. You want to make sure that your ruffles line up correctly at the top, or otherwise it'll be, you know, off. It'll be wonky looking. Okay, so I didn't want to change the thread on my serging machine, so I went around mine with a straight stitch because it already had white on there, and then I zigzagged it. So that's what I'm talking about you could do. But now, I used a wide zigzag because it's faster. The reason I did that is because when I changed my serger out to white, then I'll plan on going around this and cleaning up those. You see those fray edges? That'll really clean up those fray edges. But for now, I'm just doing it like this, and then when I change my machine over, then I'll, for some other projects, then I will do it again. Now here's what I'm talking about, making sure your top lines up. So here's my top. See how that lines up? Now, if you didn't have it on there even, it would have been like wonky looking. So always make sure your top is what's matching first. I'm just going to give mine a quick little press, and I am pressing out the sides where I sewed. And keep in mind that if you have a pattern that is a pattern like stripes or checks or something, make sure you cut it out. When you cut it out, that they match. So here's my seam. I got to press my seam a little bit better, but see, my lines match up. So just word for thought. Okay, so when I got through cutting that, I have got, of course I had some extra left over, but I'm just going to use this one piece out of that one long strip that I cut for the pillowcase, and I want to make a little accent throw pillow as well. So, but I don't want it this big. I just want a little small one. So I'm gonna cut it in 2, and then I'll probably trim it down to right about here. That way it'll just be a little small accent pillow. And I'm gonna use this stuffing right here. I got this, it's, I don't know what it is, but it's really, really soft. I got it out of a little tiny throw comforter, and I wanted the material off the top of the comforter because I like the color, And so I didn't want to throw this away, so now I get a chance to use it. Now I'm wanting to put a little lace on it, just a little bit, because I don't want it real lacy. I'm just going to use this right here. And I'm not going to ruffle it up because I think it's pretty like it is. And then to not have square corners, I am going to round off these corners. Just going to cut that, round that off. And well, I guess I better get a marker that'll work. Okay, now I've marked it. I'm just going to trim that off, and then when I go around the edges, I could just slightly gather it just a little bit to give it like a little curve. Okay, so I've got my little lace all the way around, and I'm going to take this other piece, and I'll make sure this stays inside. Put this on here, and sew it all the way around. And then when I open it up, well, let me sew it all the way around, and then we'll turn it inside out, and then you can see. Okay, so I sewed all the way around. I started right here, went around, and I stopped right here because this is where we're going to turn it. So we want to turn this inside out. This might take just a minute. Now mind you, I just wanted a little small throw pillow. And so there's my corners. Okay. Now I am fixing to, if I get my hand out of there. Okay, so there it is. There's my little ruffles and stuff. So now I'm fixing to fill it full of this right here. And then when I get to finishing it up, I will just hand stitch this little piece together right here. Okay, I'm finished with it. I got it stuffed and I got it sewed together. So, you know, this would be a good thing for your neck while you're sitting on the couch too. I just wanted something really small and just show up just a little bit. Well, there they are. I got my little pillowcases and my little throw pillow to match. I'm happy with that.